for years, when Vice President Biden left office, it looks like he took classified documents with him, and he was very critical of President Trump. By the way, the only person that has the constitutional ability to declassify any documents is the President of the United States, not the Vice President. So if then Vice President Biden took classified documents with him and held them for years and criticized former President Trump during that same time that he had those classified documents, and only after it was uncovered did he turn them back, I wonder why the press isn't asking the same questions of him as Vice President taking classified documents that they were asking President Trump.
This is Republican hypocrisy at its finest. When the former president had 320 documents found at his personal residence, they said that, quote, that will not be a priority. What President Biden did was disclose this to the archives, let law enforcement know. That is exactly the way that you should handle this. So we're going to support the fact that the president is following this established protocol, that he did the right thing, and see what other and see where we go from here. But we're not interested. Republicans aren't interested in having meaningful oversight. They're just interested in opposing this president. This was done in consultation. You saw Merrick Garland have a U.S. attorney weigh in at this point. This is being done the exact way, getting the archives involved. Someone who was on the January 6th committee, there is a process to handling documents. The president is handling it the way he should. That's what's important here.
I did think of this, though. When you're living in a glass house, don't be throwing stones, right? And I always felt like it was overplayed, the search of the Mar-a-Lago. I think when you're going to do that to the next president, you got to be very careful. And I think it kept changing the threshold for just how vitriolic and the hyper-partisanship. I mean, it just took it to a new level. And I think to do that, they should have been very careful before they go in and do a search like that. Got to be careful with classified. I worked with classified for 30 years in the Air Force, and I think everybody should be held accountable regardless who they are for it. But I don't know if it's the same or not yet. I think I'll stand back and wait for more. Yeah, that was wrong because they knew this before the election and held it. That's not right. And when you cover up something before an election and then release it afterwards, that is probably a point that needs to be highlighted.